Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cube World. Now, Cube World is a fantastic looking video game, and this game is in alpha form. It's in pre-beta release. This just became available for purchase, actually. It's $20. It's following the Minecraft model of purchase with free updates as the game progresses. I have jumped on this bandwagon early because I believe this game has fantastic potential. This is a Minecraft-like style of art meets World of Warcraft. It is an exploration RPG, voxel-based. It looks to combine the elements of several different genres in a way that doesn't take itself so seriously, which I really appreciate. And I have jumped on this bandwagon early because I am very, very, very excited at the prospect of what's to come. Now, there are a lot of features missing, as it is an alpha version. So a lot of what you can do is just running around and killing random mobs at the moment, although they have implemented some features. There is not heavy questing in the game yet, but we'll get into all that in the next few moments, and we'll start with character creation. So here we have our character creation screen, and let's see, our playable races are actually humans, elves, dwarves, goblins, lizardmen, orcs, undead, and frogmen. The frogs are awesome, by the way. Reminds me of Chrono Trigger. At any rate, the character creation is standard RPG fare for the most part. You pick a race and you pick a class. There are 4 classes. You can do mage, a rogue, a warrior, and ranger. Those are all pretty self-explanatory. The ranger is a ranged class, uses bows. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory. You don't have any racial sort of bonuses at the moment. Don't know if that's something they'll implement. It's not something I've read on their website. I'm going to go ahead and create an elf mage because mages are usually OP, and that's the way I like to play. What do I name you? Female elf. Perfect. Right, so yes, I'm going to go ahead and play on the map that I generated already for my, I guess it would be like my main character. I played a warrior before, and I got a little bit into that. I'm going to try a mage because, well, playing a warrior in this game is tough from what I have found so far, so I'd like to try and play a mage to see how it differs. I want to see if it's any easier. Oh god. Am I getting attacked already? Oh, Jesus. It's very, it's a little bit buggy at the moment. Please wait. Ah, here we are. And I've died already. Okay, so, let's start with world terrain generation. This is completely randomized world generation, similar to Diablo 3, if you want to compare it to anything. And this is also an endless world. Now, like Minecraft, there are all kinds of biomes. You generally start out in this kind of forest biome. Oh man, I got this fire tornado, look at this. There are all kinds of biomes, actually. You've got like forest, ocean, desert, jungle. I think the desert biome, if you want to call it that, they actually call savanna. So here we can see all of the map that I have filled in so far. The first thing that you really want to do is try to find a town. There are cities in all these different areas. And, oh man, we got somebody fighting a bird already. Look at these guys. Are they friendly? All these guys are friendly. Let's help them out. Cast a fire tornado on this bird. Yeah! My favorite sport is hang gliding. Fantastic. Oh man, he dropped a sword. I can't even use it. Okay. So the first thing you want to do is get to a town. I mean, at least I would think, just to establish where you are. And town is going to have a whole bunch of different things that you're going to need. Town is like any other RPG. Town is going to be where you can do all of your crafting. It's where you can go to the inn. As you can see, it's night right now, and you can't do much at night, from what I understand. You do have a lantern that you can whip out with R, and we will use it to light our way through this cave. Once we get to town, I will show you the different types of like crafting areas, and hopefully I'll be able to show you a little bit of the crafting system. There are formulas you can find for gear, similar to like World of Warcraft. None of this is nearly as in-depth right now. I don't know what the plans for the future are, but anyway, these brown pathways here are roads, obviously. And we arrive at Cecil City. This game, right now, there's not a lot in the way of lore or story-based quests or any kind of background. These are all things that they plan to add later, as it says on the website. Right now, the core elements of the game are in place. So what this means is the whole objective is going to be a loot system and gear progression and character progression. So you're going to be taking on missions, as they're called, defeating dungeon bosses, and getting loot from that, and essentially just leveling up and upgrading your gear. Now, missions reset every night, or every day, rather. So what you can actually do to make it night is you can just go to an inn like this right here, and we talk to the innkeeper, and it makes this really loud, obnoxious noise, and now suddenly it's 7 a.m., as you can see by the time indicator. The time in the top right-hand screen of there isn't real-life time, it's game time. So it is now 7 a.m., it is bright and early, and what happens now is there are actually markings on the map that show where you can go to these missions. And missions are basically the bulk of the game content right now that we have. So let's take a look at some of these menus. First down on the hotbar, you've got potions, which is automatically hotkeyed to Q. If you hit I and open up your inventory, we can see what's going on. We have some equipment already. We have some rings we can equip. Let's see, there's that sword from earlier that I can't really use. If you look at the slots that are... oh yeah, there's different sections of my inventory. Right, over here it shows our level and our specialization for our class. All your classes have specializations. Here is the skill system that's in place currently. I know they plan to expand that and have more complex talent trees. Right now we are Fire Mage. I believe a Water Mage has some healing properties to it, but we're going to stick with Fire because, you know, offense and all that. But anyway, these missions are sort of the bulk of the game content right now, and they involve, you know, the harder mobs of the game, which as a warrior I completely fail at. Now, the idea is when you complete a mission and you defeat the boss, you are rewarded with platinum coins. Right, and these missions reset every day, every time you talk to an innkeeper. And with platinum coins, you can come back to town and you can upgrade your gear to your current level. And what this means is if you find a really good piece of gear, but it's below you, you have the ability to spend platinum coins to upgrade a piece of gear once, and you can bring it up to your current level. So that's sort of the main bulk of what's in the game right now. Other than that, there's a lot of random exploration. You can go around killing mobs. For the crafting system, it's completely based on what you find in the field. For a caster character like myself, you're going to be wearing a lot of cloth and silk. You can actually find these cobwebs, or these spider webs, out in the world, and destroy them. And you can use that to make silk string. And with enough silk string and a recipe, you can create a piece of gear for yourself. The same goes for iron deposits and wood. That's all I have found so far in the game. There's iron that you just attack to mine it, and the same with wood. You can beat down bushes to get wood, and you can use that to craft wood blocks. So with all that in mind, there's your crafting system. There is a money system in the game, very similar to any RPG, really. You've got your copper, silver, and gold. And right now I'm selling things to the weapon vendor. I don't really have any need to upgrade. I'm level 1, for Pete's sake. I noticed this game, you don't really level the way you would in like a standard MMO or anything. It's not quick, at least at first. You know, some of the standard mobs that I attack give me like 1 XP. And as you can see by the little, on the top left, the little purple bar that's under my health bar, that's how many points you need to level up. And of course that'll increase as you level. But you know, I killed like that one thing earlier, and you can see my XP is where it is. So it takes a lot to level up fully. My pig is adorable. Okay, so here we have a saw. This is one of our crafting areas. And you can see the things, the formulas there, right? So at the bottom, if I had wood pieces, I could use that to create wood blocks, which would allow me to create things, such as wands, I'm assuming. See if we can find some other crafting areas here. You can examine stuff with R, but right now in the game, almost everything you examine just says there is nothing of interest. Okay, the spinning wheel. This is where we can put the silk to use. As you can see, we need cobwebs to make silk yarn, which we find out in the field. Here's another inn. What else? I know there's a few more areas. Crafting district. Obviously, there's districts in the city. We were in the trade district previously, where we saw the weapon shop. Yeah, here's the blacksmith. There's an anvil we can use. To make the iron cubes with the iron ingots, we find we have to use the furnace, which is here. But then with the iron cubes, we can use the anvil to make armor. I think it's 20 iron cubes to make a piece of chest armor, so that's a lot. Sheep. There is nothing special. See, that's what it just says, like, for pretty much everything. I've yet to examine something that said different. So, what is that? There's monsters around. There's something around. There's, like, I hear fighting. Where is it? Pig? Pig? No. Where is it? Oh my god, look at those guys. There's, like, bad guys coming out of the window. Look at that. Maybe we can ambush them. Lizard man. Get a fire tornado. Oh my god, I missed. Fire tornado! Oh god, oh god, oh god. Fire tornado, get out. Oh, see, there's this ranged guy back here just throwing like saw blades at me, and this guy's blocking with his shield. Obviously, I'm real squishy, because I'm a mage. But, with combat, there's 2 primary attacks you start out with. As you can see, there's a hotbar at the bottom that, you know, as you level up and unlock abilities, they'll be hotkeyed down there automatically. But right now, you have 2 mouse attacks. The first one does a basic attack. And obviously I'm using mana for that. The second, or right-click mouse ability is far more powerful. Drink a potion real quick, heal myself. And also usually acts as a stunning ability. You can stun your enemies with this. Just gonna do that. See, he's stunned and on the ground there, and I can finish him off. So I got 1 XP apiece for killing those guys, and I think the first guy dropped some copper coins. So got a little bit of money and a little bit of XP. We're at level 5 now. Here's something I haven't covered yet. These are not weeping angels, contrary to what they look like. But these are actually randomly generated all throughout the world at different intervals, and these are your respawn points.